I want to close with a short little illustration and story, and I want you to listen closely to it, if you will. I've shared this a couple of times, pieces of it, but let me see if I can really do a better justice here today. I'm taking you back to a time in 1977 or 78, and we had orange carpet. Anybody remember the orange carpet? A flowered couch. We had that in our den. We had the big console stereo, where you slide one side open, you put all your records, and then you slide them both this way, and you had an FM and AM radio, and you had a record player. And you could stack those records up 3 or 4 high, and one would play, and then another would play, and then another would play. And it was just an incredible tool that we had to listen to music. Some of you that are younger don't even know what I'm talking about. Vinyl records about this big. You can still buy them. I've got 50 or 60. I've kind of been told that Bill's got thousands, so I'm not trying to catch up with Bill or nothing, but I really am envious. I don't know if he'll ever listen to those. Not that he's going to die tomorrow or anything, but who knows? He's probably listened to them in the past. Got quite a collection, and I'm envious of that, you see, because you can listen to music. And I don't know exactly all the circumstances, but I remember walking down in the den, and I think my dad was sitting down there praying or just by himself. And as I walked through to go to my bedroom, he said, "David, would you put on a record for me and play this song?" And I said, "Okay, what song do you want played, And recently, David Cates sang this song. It's entitled "It's My Desire" by the Downings. The album is called Spirit Fest. In fact, my parents were friends with the Rambos, who they came to Cincinnati back in the day with the Downings. And of course, I remember them coming home and talking about their discussion they had with Reba and Buck Rambo and so on. And so there was connection over the years. And so they got these albums, brought the album home. And this was the album that I put on. And it was a solo by Donnie McGuire. And so I spent some time Friday thinking, well, maybe it's on YouTube. Everything's on YouTube. You ought to get on YouTube. Just have your own channel and do your own stuff. Doesn't mean anybody's going to come watch it, but hey, you can say I'm on YouTube. But I went to YouTube and I punched in the search, and up popped the Downings and the song "It's My Desire." Oh, there are a lot of people who have done it recently, and they do good a version of it. But this was the one that I heard that day. And then my dad told me when I walked back through, he said, "Would you play it again, David?" And so I put it back on that song and let the needle run over the vinyl record. And I saw my dad weeping, sitting there on that couch. And so I stood there for a little while thinking, what is this all about? And I was listening to the words. And as I listened to this song Friday, I was transported over 40 years to that orange carpet, that flower couch, that stereo, and my dad sitting there. And I had goosebumps. Anybody ever had an experience like that? It's as if I could go right back there to that place as a teenager, 16 years of age, seeing my dad, born in Brooklyn, New York, one tough man. We call him a man's man. That may not be politically correct in some places, but that's who my dad was. And so, here's the words. I want you to listen to the words, because self-righteousness, judgmentalism, people trying to put themselves above other people that are all believers is a damnable thing. We are all equal at the foot of the cross. Everybody say equal. We're all equal. We may have different offices and different responsibilities and so on, different gifts, but we're all equal at the foot of the cross. I'm not more valuable than you are. You're more valuable than me. More loved by God. Be careful of that. And I watched my dad, who was sick with a terminal illness, sit there and weep listening to this song. It's my desire to live for Jesus. It's my desire to live for Him. Though often I failed and brought Him much shame, it's my desire to live for Him. And there my dad sat weeping. What a powerful, powerful picture for me all these years. I've never forgotten it. It's an incredible thing to see a man weep because he feels like he's missed the mark somewhere. You ever been there? It's my desire to help someone today, someone who might have failed to see the way. I too was once so lost, but I found my way to God. Now it's my desire to live for Him. The chorus says, if you could see where Jesus brought me from to where I am today, you would know the reason why I love Him so. When you really get a revelation of the grace of God, there are a lot of people that pound their Bibles and pound people with their Bibles about doctrine. One of the greatest doctrines in the Bible is the grace of God. Search the Scriptures. It's all through the Bible, God's grace. The New Testament is just chock full of God's grace in every different aspect of our life. And then the last little stanza says, so you can take the world's riches and wealth. I don't need earth's fame. It's my desire to live for Him. Now, a few months later, my father would pass away and leave out of our life, no longer see him. But I never forgot that. Lord, let my heart be so sensitive before you. So sensitive. Not only do I want to be right with you, but I want those around me to know you. And Lord, use grace to let me do that.